The first carry for C.J. Procise. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, this big defensive lineman will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. From the shotgun, Wilson. Well, the catch is made here by Tyler Lockett. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
This is the Oklahoma State alum, Chris Carson. And this defense not giving him anything there. Maybe a yard up to the 36.
And this is why aggressive defensive coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Wilson. That's complete to DK Metcalf. And this is going to result in another first down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 44-yard line. And just a small glimpse there as to why they like this rookie so much.
And that's why they lit up a little bit in our meetings with the coaching staff, didn't they?
When we talked about him, they did.
Yeah, you know, they like his work ethic. You know, this guy's running every route well in the route tree and getting better at it all the time, really honing his game. They expect a pretty good jump out of him as things continue to move on.
5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
From the 39, Wilson. That's complete into the hands of Carson. 5 yards on the pickup, and that's going to make it 3rd down and less than a yard. And they're getting him involved early.
You feel like they saw something on tape, or they just have a sense with him because he's had a good week of practice or something in that area that they want him involved, just as you said. They want him to touch it either in the running game or the passing game, but they must like the matchups they're getting.
And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. They'll be marked inches short. No gain on the play, and that's going to lead him to 4th down. And on their first drive, the offense, they're going to go for it on 4th. They'll try and throw for it with Wilson. And he's got Lockett. And all the way in, touchdown Seattle. Tyler Lockett, 34 yards, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Myers connects on the PAT, and that makes the score 7-0. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. Rodgers will break the huddle and bring the pack up 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
Don't be scared of it. X3, 218, chopper. Check 24, check 24.
The first carry now for the BYU man. It's Jamal Williams. And he's going to lose yardage here back to the 12-yard line. It's a 6-yard loss on the play. And it'll make this a 2nd and long.
They're going to need some therapy after this. 57.
Now it's Rodgers. Oh, he's able to outmuscle him here as he pulls it in. A gain there of 30 big ones.
Well, we spent a lot of time exalting the offensive masterminds in this game, right? They draw up these beautiful plays. They look so perfect up on the board. But occasionally, sometimes you just say, throw it up and let him go get it. How about that play?
They run on 1st down, but it only produces a gain of 2. It's 2nd down now. Making the stop that time, Bobby Wagner.
2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8 at the 44-yard line.
Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks.
36.
Nothing on EA Sports. On 2nd down, Williams. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it.
That didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
Now a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down.
Check Mike 50. Mike is a 50. Check Mike 50.
Here we go on 4th down with Rodgers. And he finds Jimmy Graham. A big pickup there, 20 yards as they convert on 4th.
You know I'm going to lean towards the defender, right? You know I'm going to do that.
I know.
That's a tough situation for him as I see it. But the truth of the matter is, that ball was not streaking towards him. Had a little arc on it. He's got to find a way to get his head around and make a play on the football.
So from Seahawk territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 36. Throwing now is Rodgers. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down. They'll try again from the 36 on 2nd and 10. Now the man from UTEP, this is Aaron Jones. And this time he's going backwards. So after the no gain on the last attempt, here they get him behind the line.
A 2-yard loss brings up 3rd down and 12.
Ninth play of the drive coming up, and certainly not an easy one on 3rd and long. Shotgun now for Rodgers. He's got Adams on the hookup. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks 19.
Plenty of things to talk about here, partner, but to me, their defense gave up a touchdown on the first drive. How about how they're responding, coming back? That's a big 3rd down pickup to keep their drive alive.
Into the red zone, it's Rodgers. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, Packers. from 19 yards away, as they are now on the board here in the first half. Crosby with the extra point, and we are tied at 7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line.
The Seahawks take over first and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And they had to wait a long time to get the football back. Probably not what you were hoping for when you got an offense that's humming.
Agreed. What you were looking for is a defense getting the ball out. So that didn't happen. You can't yell at your D for that. They've got to take care of their own business and reestablish themselves now that they're back on the field.
The throw here going to be complete to Gordon. A gain of 6 there on first. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. Wilson. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Jair Alexander.
And, Brandon, this is a real nice job defensively of getting inside a quarterback's head and figuring out, okay, where's he going with the football? Because you can make an educated guess defensively. Not all the time, but sometimes. And when you're right, you've got a decent chance of coming away with the football.
So after the INT, it's Rodgers.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
Yeah, I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the second quarter, a lot of time to change things. Rodgers will try again on 2nd down. And he finds his tight end, Graham. And he will get this into the end zone. Touchdown, Green Bay. Jimmy Graham, 40 yards. And the Packers have taken the lead. Extra point try now for Crosby. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. And he's got it. It's now a 14-7 ball game. Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line.
The Seahawks take over first and 10 at their own 17-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. That 7-0 lead in there is short-lived as they've now given up 2 straight touchdowns to fall behind by 7.
Yeah, but no cause for discouragement here. Yeah, they've fallen by.
He's got a man, complete. And all the way down to the 35. Second quarter action with 1:59 remaining. Coming up at halftime in a little less than 2 minutes, we'll send you to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman is standing by. He'll have highlights and analysis of this first half. Now this one to his running back out of the backfield. Not quite the success they had last play. This one goes for 3 yards. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Wilson dancing to his left. He'll run it. All that gets him is just a yard, and now it's 3rd down.
Yeah, not much there that time, and I think we were both wondering once he got out of the box whether he just throw the ball away, and he winds up only picking up a yard or 2.
In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not From the gun, it's Wilson. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
To pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
Wilson in the offense not coming off the field. They're going for it on fourth. They're going on fourth down. It's Wilson able to get this to Gordon. Pete Carroll rolled the dice, but it didn't work out. And the Packers D comes up with a big stop. Well, their first fourth down attempt earlier was successful. This one backfires for a turnover on downs.
I like their aggressiveness. I like what they're doing. They got it the first time they went for it. Why not a second time? I don't think they'll be daunted from attempting it again. If you're on the defensive side of the ball, though, any fourth down stop is a big momentum play.
Now Williams. And some space here. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A big chunk on the ground there, 27 yards.
Watch that creeping. Watch that creeping. Safety's creeping.
Rodgers now on first down. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
You ain't doing nothing today. 26.
Back to the air on second down. It's Rodgers. Throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete.
Tremendous coverage there. Just did not catch the football and complete the interception. But what do they say all the time? If he had really good hands, he'd be playing offense.
So now 3rd and 10. A big play to start the drive, but nothing since. He's got the hook up to Lazard. It's a gain of 12, and the Packers have the first. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. He can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer.
They'll try again from the 36 on 2nd and 10.
You better bring. I'm letting you know right now, you better bring. Kill, kill, kill. Turn up. Kill, kill, kill. Turn up. Inside. Go to 50. Hey, you block over here. 57.
To throw is Rodgers. Going to throw again. It's caught here by Adams. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number 1.
Get the ball. Hey, alert 3, alert 3. Yeah, live. March 49.
On first down, Rodgers. And that is incomplete. 16 seconds now on the clock.
That's very well timed there defensively because it's not a bad throw, but the collision came at the exact time he was reaching to bring in the football. Really, really well done.
Decent offense, just better defense. I think you're right. Rodgers again here on 2nd and 10. And he's going to go down. They sack him back right around the 30. Now the Packers going to burn their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half. So on 3rd down, the field goal unit will come out as they'll try to get 3 before half. From the left hash, this from 46. And this is no good. Close but no cigar, just wide right. And this score will stay right where it is.
Well, this winds up an empty possession. Everything looked okay. He just never got the ball on target. And knowing him, he'll be disappointed with that effort.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Now it's Wilson. It's caught. Block it. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. Wilson now 9 of 11 passing in this first half. He's got his guys at 1st and 10. Final play of the half. It's Wilson. Steps away to his left. He's going to take off with it. But now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And the Packers pick it up. But they will not be able to capitalize as time has run out here on the first half of play. We have hit halftime. Still 2 more quarters to go. We'll take a timeout. We'll be back after this. You're watching the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. It's in the game. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line.
The Packers take over 1st and 10 at their own 17-yard line.
About set to get this drive started, the Green Bay offense at the line. Now, they had compiled a pretty long drive last time. Unfortunately, though, it ended with no points after the missed field goal.
And that can hurt the psyche of a team because as they drove downfield, you know you're never supposed to count points in your mind until they go up on the board. But let's face it, we've been there. We've seen teams before. They were counting on those points. They didn't get them. Can they come back now, start over again, and grind it out?
Looking for more there on 1st down, but this throw downfield incomplete. Shaquille Griffin knocking it away that time in coverage. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Rodgers now to throw again. Complete. This is Lewis. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. 25 yards there on the catch and run. Rodgers now just 8 of 16 thus far, 50%, but it's 1st and 10. Now a 1st down carry by Jones. And he'll be taken down just shy of midfield. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
Again, it's Jones. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or 2 shy of the 40. 11 yards and a Green Bay Packer 1st down.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. After the run by Jones, here's 1st and 10.
Give me that ball, defense. Go to 50. Hey, you block over here.
And to give this time to the tailback. A solid run on 1st down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
Getting had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. They run with a fullback now. This is Dan Vitale, and this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1. They got 2 of the 3 they needed there. Leaves them with 3rd and just a yard. And he picks up the first before he's taken down at the 29.
And while it didn't work very well on that play, defenders on 3rd and short know it's going to be a quick read. And really, the quarterback's just going to turn around and hand it off. So that way, you're able to diagnose the play and try and get to the point of attack. But when you're dealing with a fullback, it's hard to knock him backwards.
Back to 57.
On 1st and 10, here's Rodgers. And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete. Devontae Adams, the intended receiver. That'll bring up 2nd down. Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 29. Rodgers throwing again. He sets up the screen to Jones. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. He lost 4 there, and it's 3rd down. Well, that 2nd down completion, something of a disaster, and now they're left with 3rd and long. Off the play fake to Jones. Here's Rodgers. He wants it all for the end zone. And this is going to be intercepted. Trey Flowers picks it. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. First possession of the third quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Out of the gun, here's Wilson. Being chased out left. Able to make something out of nothing there. 17 yards and a first down.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the third one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
Gotta go, in and out, let's go. Let's go, 4 down, 4 down. 50 to Mike, 50 to Mike. I'm here all day.
On 1st and 10, it's Wilson. Escaping the pressure right. This complete to Lockett. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. A very solid gain of 27.
14, 14, buddy. Check 4,
From the red zone now, here's Wilson on 1st down. Forced out to his left. Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a first down.
1st and goal at the 4-yard line.
And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. A looming decision to make on the conversion, down 7, but first things first, they need to score as they come up on 1st and goal. This is Carson, and he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Yikes, a 4-yard loss really sets him back now for 2nd down. It's 2nd and goal, back to the 8-yard line now. To throw is Wilson. Taken down, trying to do a little too much, getting outside of the pocket, and it results in a sack.
No doubt that's a very good play defensively right there, because you've always got to be aware that he can take off and make a big play with his legs. How about the way they were able to contain him? That also tells me the coverage was excellent downfield.
They need to reverse the trend. The last 2 plays have gone backwards. Now it's 3rd and goal. From the shotgun, Wilson. He can run for it, and he will. Only able to get back a yard for his efforts, and that leads us to 4th down.
He certainly had plenty of success running the ball, and right now I'm getting this sense that he's looking to take off and run every time he steps back to throw it.
But they did a nice job there collapsing on him and holding him to a short gain. Likely the play of the game here, trailing in the final quarter and going for it on 4th and goal. They'll try and throw for it with Wilson. And it's caught. And he'll be out of bounds. They get the completion but cannot push forward into the end zone. And that will force a turnover on downs. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. Now listen, it's a team game, we know that, but where would these guys be right now, Charles, without their defense? They take over here following the turnover. Defense did it again, but on offense they have to feel like, hey, we need to do something.
You're exactly right, and you just mentioned it. The defense did it again. They bailed them out on a number of occasions in this contest. It's time for them to repay the defense at the least. Keep the ball for a while. Give those guys a break so they can catch their breath.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
6'6", pull it high.
They'll go again to Jones. And he will double the space they have to work with as they take it from the 2 to the 4. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the fourth quarter. One of the bigger plays in the game thus far. The crowd getting into it as we come up on a big third down.
57's Mike. Mike 57. 30.
Shotgun now for Rodgers. And that will be incomplete. Critical play in this football game because if they pick up the first there, that clock keeps rolling.
Has to be a little frustrating for them because they know that if they pick up a first down there and continue to eat away at the clock, really increases their chances of closing this one out. Now they're likely going to have to give the football up and sweat it out on the sideline.
Returnable for Lockett. 21 yards. Well done on the return. And the Seahawks will have great field position to start this drive. They take over on the short side of the field.
He's crashing. He's checking.
On first down, it's Carson. And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on rundowns. It confuses the blocking assignments and doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the second level.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. They run again with Carson. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. So it's Seahawk football as we march toward a conclusion. They face a critical third down now, needing a score here in the late going.
Check nickel, nickel, nickel. Booster, please. Mike 42. Come on. You better bring. Alert, 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 alert. He's checking. Crash him. 40.
Operating from the gun, Wilson. He's got Lockett. And they pick up 25 as they convert on third. Wilson now 13 of 15 passing. That's good for 87%. And he's got it. Caught in the end zone for the Seahawk touchdown. Tyler Lockett, his second touchdown of the afternoon, as they can now tie the game with the extra point here in the final 2 minutes. Critical extra point up and good. And, partner, we've got a tie game here in the fourth. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
57's the Mike. 57's the Mike. Over.
Now Rodgers. And an alley to run. What can't Aaron Rodgers do? The legwork there getting him the first. So there you go. Save your best scramble of the day for a big-time situation in the fourth quarter, picking up the first.
You don't want to use it up early, right? You want to make sure you save it for that exact moment, that key time. And that's what he did, although you and I both know it wasn't planned that way. But what a nice job using his eyes, scanning the field, and realizing when it was time to exit the pocket and go.
Second and 11 at the 36-yard line.
Quick hitter here. It's complete. That one good for the completion percentage, but no gain. It'll be third down.
61, match box, Mike.
To throw is Rodgers. And it falls incomplete after almost being intercepted. A pick there would have been great. The good news for the defense now, it's fourth down. Here's J.K. Scott now, as he'll kick it away for the second time. And that'll hit at the 5 and go into the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 20-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. Tie game, and barring something incredible here, we're likely headed to overtime.
And just a couple of scenarios here to keep in mind. One, if you want to be really aggressive, you do throw the Hail Mary and see if you can get something downfield.
What would you do?
What I would do is either hand it off inside or more likely I take a knee and let the clock run out. Because if I'm back there trying to throw and a sack happens, the ball comes free, I can lose the game here. If I get to overtime, I can still win it.
Let's see if they are in line with Charles Davis. It's a little teaching moment here. Overtime rules. Remind us how this goes, partner.
Okay, so in the past, we had sudden death. First team to score wins, but no longer. Now, if the team receives the ball, scores a touchdown, they win the game. If they kick a field goal, though, or don't score, the other team gets a possession. And after both teams get a possession, then we're into sudden death. First team to score wins the game.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. They control their own destiny here. They have the football in overtime. Obviously, a touchdown would win it.
And I think teams around the league are still adjusting to the idea of going downfield.
Oh, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 33. And they have the football and will set up shop at the 33-yard line. A costly mistake here in OT.
And you know what they say, when you throw an interception like that in overtime, you don't usually get a chance to throw a second one. I mean, I'm not sure the analytics on it. Let's ask Marvin, our statistician, to ring that down for us. That's typically how coaches and teams feel about it. If you throw one, you likely cost yourself the game.
4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. Wilson leaves this one with Penny, and he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up third down.
Anytime you call an inside running play, you just know there should be a lot of congestion there. You're counting on your offensive line to take control of the line of scrimmage. That didn't happen in this case, and that play got bottled up.
On third down, Wilson gets it to Gordon. And he'll go out near midfield at the 49. That one good for 14 and a Seahawk first.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target. He's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that. And that's what he did.
Check three. Go. Easy. Switch. Gun. Me. Rotate. 12.
To throw again on second down. Wilson. This one into the hands of Metcalf. A huge play there in overtime, and even 40 yards.
It's not a surprise when you read scouting reports and watch tape because you know he's a heck of a player. But he is so difficult to get down in the open field. They just want to get him the ball and let him do his thing.
Switch it. Come on. Check three. Tempo. Hey, get on.
They'll try and run forward with Penny. And he'll get this one back to the 5-yard line, but no further than that. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal. The line of scrimmage once again the 5 as they get ready for 2nd and goal. Now Rashad Penny, and he will take this one in for the Seattle touchdown. Partner, a great game that we got to see and making it extra special. Not only did I get 4 quarters with you in this one, I got some overtime, a little whipped cream on top.
Look at you.
I just want you to pay for my meal later.
You really just wanted 4 quarters what you wanted, but how much fun was that? We had that type of a game where we got us to overtime, and then we get the dramatic ending to finish things off as well. What a game.
So that's a wrap for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, and this has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. For more, check us out at easports.com. With that, we say so long, everyone, from Lambeau.
From Prada, rolling up. I'm in a brand new model. It'll be here tomorrow. I don't got fears or problems. Only got real ones round them. Only got. It take a week to count it. Then I'm back up. Name the place and we pack up. Running these racks up. 100 meals a week after. Dying from laughter. When it come to handles, never had one. With a bad one. Made a meal today and they my last one. Oh, I had to get back up. I had to get back up. I can't take no off. You better call back up. I'm running it down to finish. I don't play, get down to get it. Talk about that, come slide, I'm with it. Better see me now, on God, I'm litty. I know that you tryna go big. Better run up the cash, you love to spend. Better kill it and did it again. I'm with the intent, no, I'm down to win. I can't feel bad about it. I know you sad about it. Know you sad about it. Know you sad about it. I'm moving too fast, I can't stop. Wiping it down when the paint hot. Left hand on the wheel. I'm closing the top when the raindrop. I'm keeping the game in the headlock. When throw it blind in my dreadlock. In the end zone with the mid dot. One phone call, get it dead stop. I feel like I own the season. Say one thing, just give me a reason. Knowing you're mad, I'm undefeated. Top dog, making it even. Oh, I had to get back up. I had to get back up. I can't take no off. You better call back up. I'm running it down to finish. I don't play, get down to get it. Talk about that, come slide, I'm with it. Better see me now, on God, I'm litty. I know that you tryna go big. Better run up the cash, you love to spend. Better kill it and did it again. With the intent, no, I'm down to win. I can't feel bad about it. I know you sad about it. Know you sad about it. Know you sad about it.
Yeah. One up and up is magic. With the gang, we ball out, it can get tragic. All we got, we gon' let you have it. Stuck in my ways, think I need to change my habits. What would you do if you were me and didn't have it? Look in the mirror, now I'm feeling like a savage. Tell my son I love him, for him I'ma make it happen. Now my dream's reality, not going back to. You say that you proud of me, I turn my back, you laughing. Now I hit the scene, daylight lights, camera action. Living in a dream, now my music, they be blasting. Step out, I'm a star, always in the latest fashion. Had to set the bar, try to catch me lacking. Bank account for my son, he won't have to struggle. You can see it in my eyes, all I do is hustle. They tried to knock me off my feet, I'm ready to rumble. Feel like I ain't ate in weeks, working off the muscle. Oh yeah, oh my, we ride brothers, no lie. All you can die. Never wrong, they right. I ain't changing my side. Yeah, we in it for life. When I be magic. With the gang, we ball out, it can get tragic. All we got, we gon' let you have it. Stuck in my ways, think I need to change my habits. What would you do if you were me and didn't have it? Look in the mirror, now I'm feeling like a savage. Tell my son I love him, for him I'ma make it happen. Now my dream's reality, not going back to. You say that you proud of me, I turn my back, you laugh. Hey, how could you lie to my face? People claim that they be loyal, they be taking up space. See my broski lose his heart when he was fighting that case. Took so many yells, I'm not going back to those days. I'ma treat you how you treat me, do you like how it tastes? Shawty, use it, can't treat you like my ace. I got way too many problems to be worried, I'm straight. Me and Craig had to watch for the Jakes. On the road, this crazy, I get 80 a show. Say my money, stack it up, and look like I'm foreign cars, driving fast, I never done this before. Get on out my problems, let me When I've been magic. With the gang, we ball out, it can get tragic. All we got, we gon' let you have it. Stuck in my ways, think I need to change my habits. What would you do if you were me and didn't have it? Look in the mirror, now I'm feeling like a savage. Tell my son I love him, for him I'ma make it happen. Now my dream's reality, not going back to. You say that you proud of me, I turn my back, you laughing.
Y'all already know what time it is, huh? Playing skills, you did. Playing skills. Ice on the wrist, car on the wrist, all on the wrist, watch out flip, watch out whip, I'm in the whip, all on the wrist, I never switch. I never switch, ice in the wrist, I get the money but I never switch. They saying you switch. You was lit, I gotta get it. You hatin' cause ice on the wrist. My bitch, you wanna be famous, They act like they made us, You know I'm icy in Vegas, This for the that hate us, I make a lot of new money, When the not savers, You be liking my flavor, I think it's cause ice on the wrist, car on the wrist.
Ever since I blew, they all on my hey, back then, didn't know I exist. Don't touch my cup, you know how I sip. Hey, got your long, say I made her when I showed out my whip. Hey, spent about 10 on my fit. Ex slick, then hit with the back then, used to out the zip. Blow out his back and then dip. Got a whole party all on the ship. All these four things pull out the VIP. Suck turn up, baby, pour out the milk. So you know how I drip.
This is the NFL on EA Sports, and we are in the Pacific Northwest at CenturyLink Field in Seattle, Washington. These folks love their football in Seattle. This was the scene a moment ago as the home squad came out of the tunnel, and it was just absolutely deafening in this building. They're set for football, so are we, as the Seahawks get set to match up with the San Francisco 49ers. Short kick here, fielded about the 17. And they'll be set up pretty nicely here as they have it up to the 35-yard line.
The Niners take over first and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
Here we go.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on first and 10. They'll run for the first time with Tevin Coleman. And he'll get this one up to about the 39 here. 4 yards the result on the first play from scrimmage. Second down.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down. A very solid gain on that play.
21.
On second down now, it's Coleman. It's a 5-yard gain, but they'll still be a yard short here with third down now looming. They'll try and run for it here. It's Coleman. And he's got enough for the first across midfield to the 48. The drive stays alive. A third down gain of 8. Defense had a chance to get off the field here in the opening drive. Couldn't do it.
I know that we go into these meetings with coaches, and sometimes maybe we can get, a little bit numb because they're always going to talk about how important third down is, aren't they? Offense and defense. In this case, one capitalized, and the other, as you said, had a chance to get off the field and didn't get it done.
And now here's a deep shot that's complete. Garoppolo able to find Goodwin for a big one. 43 yards.
Here we go. Ready?
They'll try and run for it on first and goal. And he'll get this one back to the 5-yard line, but no further than that. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be second and goal. A line of scrimmage once again the 5 as they get ready for second and goal. Garoppolo gives to Breida, and this is going to result in losing yardage. They're driven back to the 8-yard line. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up third down. This stadium once registered as the loudest roar ever recorded, and you can hear them now. Third and goal. From the gun, it's Garoppolo. Looking in zone, but it's incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on third down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. Third down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
And the 14-year trusty veteran able to knock it through. Well, after marching down the field, only getting 3 there, kind of feels like a win for the defense.
And it does. They'll go to the sideline feeling a lot better that they didn't give up a touchdown after the march against them. But if I were the offense, I wouldn't hang my head over that one. That's a good drive, and 3 points were put on the board.
Wilson and the Seahawks take over now, 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Here's Rashad Penny, first carry for the former San Diego State Aztec. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4. Tough running there. That's a hard-earned 4 yards.
Yeah, those are the unsung kind of runs. They don't fill up the stat sheet, but they do set you up in good position on second down.
From the 29, Wilson. That's complete. He's got Lynch out of the backfield.
Zebra. 18.
From the gun on third down, Wilson. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. It's the former Seahawk, Richard Sherman, and the return stops at the 39-yard line.
Well, they didn't exactly show patience there, did they? Just down a score, they come out firing right away and compound things by throwing an interception. They put their defense in a really tough spot.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
57.
So after the INT, it's Garoppolo. Deep ball for... And this is taken in at the 5. That one good for 37 yards. Charles, you talk so much about quick change plays. There's one right there. You get the turnover, and boom, hit them with a big one.
And defenses plan for this all the time. They work on it in practice. But in the middle of a game, when that quick change takes place, oftentimes guys aren't as focused as they need to be.
It's Coleman here. Nothing doing there. They're going to wind up holding him at the 2. No gain there, and it's going to set up 2nd and goal. Now what?
You know me pretty well. What do you think I want here?
Play action?
Definitely. Let him get outside and create. And if he has to run it, he has a little bit more space.
Now a give to the big fullback use check. And across the goal line, into the end zone. Touchdown 49ers. Taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Niners are able to stretch their lead. And when the smaller guy can't power it across the goal line, Charles, sometimes you need to go with a fullback. They did. It worked.
What's that thing about force and mass? How's that?
Oh, yeah. Force equals mass times acceleration.
Oh, that's big-time stuff. That's from the same guy the apple dropped on his head, right?
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. They'll look to get something started. They need to, down 10-0 early as they've got it 1st and 10. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Credit the sack to Fred Warner. 10-0 the score after 1 on EA Sports. They'll come up after the sack on a 2nd and 12.
Switch. Watch the air.
From the gun, it's Wilson. Flush to his right. And that's off the mark, incomplete. And Charles, got to like what this defense has been able to do these last couple of plays.
Yeah, they get the sack on 1st down, then they force the incomplete pass. Now they're just a play away from getting the football right back, but it's a big play. They've got to hold up.
Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete. Had to pass there, 3rd and long on your own side of the field. Just couldn't come up with anything.
That's why teams always talk about having to win the early downs, meaning you've got to gain yardage and set yourself up for 3rd and short, because when it's 3rd and long, the odds go down significantly trying to pick up the 1st down, even throwing the football.
Here we go on 4th with Wilson. And this is incomplete. A surprising move to go for it, and predictably, at least somewhat predictably, it doesn't pay off. And the Niners take over in terrific field position. On 1st down, here's Breida. He's able to work free for about 6 down to the 18.
I think we can safely say that those types of plays are the backbone of this offense. We know not every run's going to be a big hitter, but you know they'll take that type of result on each and every attempt.
On 2nd down and 4, Garoppolo. And he hauls it in the end zone. Touchdown, San Francisco. Marquise Goodwin there to make the grab. And the Niners are able to stretch the extra point, and that makes our score 17-0. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And we don't want to call this desperation time, especially in the 2nd quarter, but you're down. We know, but let me finish.
Okay.
You're down 3 scores already. You've done nothing offensively, nothing on the scoreboard. That's not a good combination.
I think you just called it desperation time. I think you did. But let's face it, you mentioned this to me in a break earlier in the game. The energy level hasn't been there right from the start. We've noticed that. They've got to find a way to get on their toes and start punching instead of retreating, to use a boxing analogy.
A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete. Some of the fans here don't seem too happy about what we've seen in this 1st half.
No, not at all, and I understand why. They've looked lethargic, out of sync, and it shows on the scoreboard.
On 3rd down, Wilson. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. D Ford able to get him down for a loss of 11, and it brings up 4th down. And how about this? 4th and long, and they're going to go for it.
Let's go double count right here. Double count. Good.
They'll indeed go for it with Wilson. And he's going to go down right near the goal line. The officials look at each other. They're going to mark him at the 1-yard line.
I don't know why you would do that. It's almost guaranteed points the other way. I mean, I get it if it's a late-game situation, maybe even 4th and inches. But, boy, that's a huge risk to take.
Yeah, now they're set up in prime position going the other way. They'll try and power it in with Hughes. And he'll take this into the end zone for a San Francisco touchdown. Kyle Juszczyk with his second touchdown here in this first half. Here the Niners are able to stretch their lead. Gold with the extra point, and a rout is on here in this first half. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll take this across the 25, a couple extra yards, up to the 27-yard line.
At their own 27-yard line.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. Typically down to the first half, I might say, oh, you at least need a field goal out of this drive, but they're down to the point where they need a touchdoachdown, don't they?
Yeah, normally, you know me. I mean, you've been around me for a while now, right?
Unfortunately.
I'm sorry about that. But normally, I'm the one preaching patience.
Yeah.
You know, take your time. First half, you still got a chance. I think they're out of patience here. This has to be a drive that gets a touchdown. So if you're the play caller, you're going to that portion of the sheet that says big-time plays, specials, anything you can use to get yourself back into it.
And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. First down Seattle on a pickup of 13. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Touchdown, Seattle. Rashad Penny, 40 yards, as they are now on the board here in the first half. Here's Wilson, operating from the gun.
It's interesting that when it comes to two-point conversions, even heavy run teams tend to throw the ball in these situations. In this case, this one was intercepted.
Yeah, they weren't fooled. They were ready for the pass, picked it off. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They are clicking on all cylinders. They seem to be just scoring at will right now, and that's why they've opened up this big lead.
You know, we always talk about getting into the zone, and all athletes are seeking that, aren't they? Where everything is working for them, every move they make works, it clicks, and they are on point right now.
Yeah, they are in that zone that you're talking about. 15 for the Niners there and a first down.
And the 49er first down.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action.
We're going to work. Here we go.
Fans, a reminder, I have a note card here that says ad-lib halftime preview. So I guess let's do just that as we'll hand things over to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando when this one reaches halftime. Did I do okay?
You did great. Not a bad job.
Hey.
But, you know, writing down your ad-libs.
If you print it, I'm going to read it. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. Those passes out that far wide always make you hold your breath a little bit. Felt like it was in the air for a while.
What it does is allows a defender to gain some ground, come from a long distance, and have a chance to affect the pass.
On second down, a run with Breida. And they get to him after a gain of 6 to the 46. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important third down.
Here we go. 12. Hey, we got 3 down.
To throw is Garoppolo. Got him in. He finds Sanders. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. He's got his first catch here before halftime, and it goes for a first down.
Here we go. 180. Push him back. Push him back. 21. Here we go. Set. 22 jet bomber. 22 jet bomber.
Now it's Breeden. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Slam. 65. Hey, check Mike 57. Mike 57.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Garoppolo. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. That's Ziggy Ansah, the number 5 pick in 2013, credited with a sack. Now the Seahawks call the second of their 3 timeouts, as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. That last sack, it puts Garoppolo and the 49ers in a tough spot. They face a 3rd and long.
One, Omaha. 57. Mike 57. Hey, Mike 7.
Throwing is Garoppolo on 3rd down. Completes it to Samuel. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. 15 for the Niners there and a first down. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
Alert! Hey, team 6.
A shotgun snap for Garoppolo. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be second down. Well, the incompletion, yes, but maybe here not the worst thing in the world?
No, not on 1st and 10. Actually gives them a chance to regroup, relax just a little bit. They huddle up, talk it over. Then they get a chance to continue their drive.
Garoppolo to try again on 2nd down. There goes a deep ball, end zone. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
Here we go.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10.
And let's get that home.
Again, they'll throw with Garoppolo. And that is incomplete. 16 seconds now on the clock.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. Still a little bit of time left here in the second quarter, but they do get 3 before the half and expand that lead.
And they have to be happy about that, and we haven't met a team yet that doesn't put an emphasis on trying to get points on the board in the last 2 minutes of a half. They'll be real excited to have those up on the board.
The Seahawks take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. Time here for likely 1 play, then off to the locker room, and they're going to have some adjustments to make.
They certainly will, and I think a lot of people are thinking to themselves, all right, take the knee.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing 2nd and a bundle. Final play of the half. It's Wilson eluding the pressure, and he's going to go down. Couldn't get a throw off with the pressure. Maybe that was for the best, as that brings us to the end of this first half of play. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we send you to our EA studios in Orlando, here's Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. It's the 49ers out in front, and they will get the football first as well as we are back and started in the second half. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
and I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. This is I'm doing it, though. This is a
and he hit, and the ball is jarred free. And now this is scooped up by the 49ers. And he will return this one to the 30-yard line. So the defense there, opportunistic.
It's nice to give them credit, isn't it? Because so many times it's more a matter of what the offensive guy didn't do. He didn't secure the ball, didn't cover up. In this case, just get credit.
And it's intercepted at the goal line. Shaquille Griffin with a pick. But they needed a break. They needed to make a play here in the third quarter. Defensively, they did that. Now they got to go quickly and get some points on the board.
And the best part is that they made their own break. Taking the ball away. Now they just look at their offense and saying, guys,
let's go.
Come on, capitalize on this one.
A running play on first down, and it turns into a fight just to get back to the line of scrimmage. In on the stop, it was Travarius Moore. Throwing on second down. Wilson. Flushed out right. On the run. He'll let this go deep right. And that's caught inside the 30. And all the way in. Touchdown, Seattle. Tyler Lockett. An 80-yard touchdown. And the Seahawks are able to cut into that deficit. That's a score you felt they had to have here in the third quarter to get back in this game.
And you know that there's an emphasis on their side. Hey, we know this. We know where we are. But sometimes that binds you up so much that you try too hard, you don't get the score. A perfect combination of urgency, yet relaxed enough to get it done.
And he'll get into the end zone as the two-point conversion is successful. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
Here we go.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They had that first half lead, but they have been shut down here in this third quarter, so time to retool a bit.
And probably need to tap into that emotional vein that gets them back to really playing hard and effectively. Because a lot of times we think it's just play calls and this isn't working and they're shutting them down. Sometimes when you get a lead, you lose your edge. You don't play quite as hard. That's what they're looking for here.
Trying to get that edge back as they've watched this lead shrink a little. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
It's just me and you. It's just me and you. Check 99. Hey, alert.
From the gun on third, Garoppolo. And that's complete to Sanders. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. A gain of 10 and a 49er first down.
Here we go.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on first and 10.
Let's go, D. Tighten up. Hey, watch it.
They'll run with Coleman on first down. A good run there on first down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
Here we go.
8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple. Here's Breida. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. 2 yards, good enough for a first.
Not too many more ideal situations at 2nd and 2 in order to try and pick up a first down. They ran it and picked it up.
3 down. Deuce. Hey, Charlie.
Garoppolo on first down. It's caught by Sanders. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. He'll get a dozen there, and it's a first down, 49ers. So from Seahawk territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 41. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Bobby Wagner, the former second-rounder out of Utah State with a sack. Got to assume this defense will be charging again here. It's 2nd and 15. To throw, it's Garoppolo. And is this intercepted? It is. It's intercepted. Trey Flowers picks it, and they are going to take over right there at the 22-yard line. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. After the interception, here's Wilson. Buying time to his left. Oh, he tries to get it to Metcalf, but it's intercepted. Picked off by the safety, Jarquiski Tart.
And that's a great example of ball skills right there, partner. You and I do a lot of games, and I can't tell you how many guys look to run with the football before they've intercepted it. So that's a nice job of focusing on the task at hand and coming away with the interception.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Bobby Wagner able to drop him that time for his second sack of the evening. Coming up now on a 2nd and 15 following that sack.
White. 13.
Garoppolo looks to throw. Open man is Kendrick Bourne. A good pickup there, 13 yards as they get closer for 3rd down.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect him to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
Check safety. 80 weapons. Wide. 2. 12, fellas, here we go.
Garoppolo looking to throw on 3rd and 2. That's caught. It's Coleman. Give him 2 yards on that play, and it'll be 4th down.
Whether you're playing West Coast offense or not, one of the maxims of the West Coast offense is you're either throwing a touchdown or a check down. In other words, look for the big shot, but be smart. And I think they did exactly that on that play. They didn't get the first down, but they're taking care of the ball well.
Yeah, and being rightly cautious with that lead here in the second half. They'll run with a fullback, use check. And he's able to pick up the first down here before he goes down at the 26. Just a gain of 3, but they'll certainly take it as they convert on 4th down. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10.
21. 11.
Working from the gun, Garoppolo. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. A great read, and it's picked off. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. That is the play they needed in a 2-score game here in the 4th quarter.
No doubt about it. They did what they had to do to give themselves a chance to get back into the game. They turned it over to the offense. They are now in charge.
Now they need to execute. An ideal beginning of the drive there as they'll get 20 and a first down. Clock running, under 4 to play now as they come up on 1st and 10. Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete. The intended receiver was DK Metcalf, but it'll be 2nd down. After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. Wilson going to throw again. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
Wilson of the Seahawks looking for something big following the sack. It's 3rd and long here. Out of the gun, here's Wilson. He'll find Metcalf. And mark him down way up close to the 40 at the 39. 23 yards on the play. 4th quarter, every drive so critical, and you figure may only get one more shot after this, so a touchdown's imperative on this drive.
It is, but you also have to think to yourself in play calling, don't hold anything back. Don't save it for the 2nd touchdown. You got the first one for the 2nd one to even matter.
Now Wilson. Escaping the pressure right. Now he'll pull it down, and he'll go out of bounds. It appears right at the 45. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be 2nd down. On 2nd down, here's Penny. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 3rd and 3.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
Flush to his right, and that is incomplete.
And I think we'll probably see him go for it here on 4th down. No reason not to. Down a couple of scores, they have to try and make something good happen.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. Throwing is Wilson. He's got Lockett. The time to pull out the stops is now, and they convert there on 4th down. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Seahawk football as we march toward a conclusion. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. They'll throw on 1st down with Wilson. Oh, did he hang on to it? He did on the dive. Nice grab. 2 chunk plays in a row. The last one was over 20 yards, and so is this one. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and he's going to go down. Sacked back at the 13-yard line. Nick Bosa in there to take him down, and the clock will roll. They'll try again on 2nd and goal after going backwards to the 12. They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive.
Pressure comes, and Wilson's going to go down. D. Ford, his 2nd sack of the night.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Tight dog, tight dog, tight dog.
They're going on 4th down. It's Wilson. That's going to be caught. They get the completion but cannot push forward into the end zone, and it'll be a turnover on downs.
Here we go, here we go, here we go. Who that?
They'll start out on the ground with Coleman. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves them with 2 to go on 2nd down. Well, they'll take that every time with a lead. 1st down, 4th quarter, getting 8 yards. You love that.
They will take it, and you have to ask the defensive guys, why did you give it? I mean, you know the situation. You're down, have to stop them, have to get the football back. But 8 yards on 1st down puts them back on their heels.
So the victory here for San Francisco, and it was a bit of a strange game. They were held scoreless through the entire 2nd half, but their 1st half output, that's enough to carry them to victory.
And that's an odd game to watch, isn't it? Because when we saw the output in the 1st half, you think to yourself, okay, they've got something working here. They know what they're doing. They'll continue that along. But instead, it's goose eggs in the 2nd half. Fortunately, enough of a cushion and enough defense to carry them home.
So that'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching EA Sports. With that, we say good night from Seattle.